Hey everyone, Real Comic Stacks, checking out the Amazing Spider-Man number 22, the end of the Hunted storyline. The saga concludes here. Guys, this has been amazing. Hey, if you haven't, make sure you hit that subscribe button and we will get started. Help me level up in that game of YouTube. Guys, this starts back where we were, coming out of Amazing Spider-Man 21, of course. Spider-Man is chained up. The Lizard has been unleashed by Spidey, who basically told him, hey, remove my inhibitor chip. It may kill me, but do it. Kraven finally pushed him to that point. The son of Kraven is right there with Billy Connor and Black Cat. He is going in for the kill, but the Lizard is on the way to try to save his son. And the Vulture continues to lead his army against these drones inside of Kraven's or Arcade's dome. But back with Spider-Man is where the action happens this time. And Spider-Man, he's unlocked from his chains. He walks out in the hallway and he sees where what appears the Lizard has ripped through all the guards. He's killed all these guys, and he, of course, in typical Peter Parker fashion, holds himself responsible for their deaths. And we finally get the face-off between Kraven and Spider-Man. And right off the bat, Kraven's hitting him with the, hey, you passed the test. And Peter Parker's just telling him, what games are you playing, you psychopath? And they go back and forth, and Kraven is explaining to him, look, you don't understand. There's a place in the hunt. Sometimes there's a necessity to kill, because if you don't, those enemies of yours, they keep coming back. And he kind of gets to Spider-Man in this. He actually gets him to the point where he agrees that, and he goes back and forth, but then he hits him with that image again of Mary Jane laying on the floor, dying from the centipede dude that's been stalking her for I don't know how long. And that's when Kraven lays down the ultimatum, basically. If you kill me, the dome will drop, all these people will be free, and you can go. But if you don't, and then his flashback kicks in again. And he sees in detail all the things he's feared, with Mary Jane being dead, laying on the floor. And that is when Spider-Man snaps, and he just slaps Kraven, just wails on him, just starts beating the fire out of him, and just yelling about why the monsters keep coming back, and how everyone he loves is at risk because of them. And then he gets a closer look at the guards that were killed, and he realizes that this is Kraven's plan. And when he does, he drags him over to the screen. And he drags him to the screen because he realizes that Kraven is trying to make him, Spider-Man, face something he doesn't want to face, in that people are at risk because he's Spider-Man, and because he doesn't kill, that he doesn't eliminate these threats. And Kraven has things he doesn't want to face as well. So he sits him down right in front of the monitor where Black Cat and the son of Kraven are fighting. And it's not going well. She takes a knife to the back. She's down on the ground. He looks over at Billy Connors, raises the knife, and is just office linebacker tackled by the Lizard, who takes him to the ground and just starts ripping him apart, biting into him, and just tearing him apart. But he stops himself as when he looks over and sees Billy just sitting there frightened. He walks over, he stands him up, and he controls it. He stands him up, hands him over to Black Cat, who's fine now. She just got stabbed, no big deal. And with that, Kraven is crushed because he realized everything he's done. In that the Lizard saved his son, he demonstrated love. He demonstrated something more. And for whatever reason, this just put his sins in his mind of killing his family, having his sons hunt each other, and he was the monster. He was the beast, and not Spider-Man. And he just starts laughing, and he tells Spider-Man, "I'm not a threat anymore. You can go save Mary Jane." He cuts off the dome, and Vulture and takes credit immediately for for leading everyone to victory as the drones shut down and the cybernetic the link is broken, and these individuals are free to go. And after Spider-Man just stands there stunned, and Kraven tells him, "Look, go. I saw what you saw in your vision. You have to save her." And he's like, "I'm not going to let you free." And he's like, I'm no threat to you. I said I will never hunt again. I've kept that promise. And he has throughout this whole series, which is a great callback to the last hunt. And after he tells him to go, he looks up to Spider-Man with this reverence. And he tells him, "Hey, she needs you." And Spidey takes off. And while Spidey's on his way, Kraven goes into the room where he had his casket waiting for him. And then you also see Spider-Man at the same time, who runs into the son of Kraven. And that fight begins, and it is just brutal. Spider-Man hitting him with the double axe handle. Son of Kraven just pounding on him, just beating him down. And in the insets, in between frames, you have Kraven just going through, hanging out with this coffin, just opening it, looking inside of it, and holding the rifle and looking at a picture. And this whole time you're feeling this dread that Spider-Man's trying to go save Mary Jane, and this son of Kraven is just obliterating him, just knocking his teeth out. And finally Spider-Man has nothing left, and son of Kraven is on top, just choking him. And you can see the panic in Spider-Man's eyes as he just runs out of air. And you get Kraven looking down into this casket and seeing the Spider-Man suit. And then you see Spider-Man overhead, and you realize that Kraven had donned the suit once again. Just like he did back in the last hunt. And the son of Kraven has killed his father. And he became the Spider again so that he could die. And then you get this shot of his family. All his sons that he started with, and just laying there on the casket. And you're like, dude, something finally hit him. His sins finally caught up with him, and he realized how bad of a mistake he made. So we head into Amazing Spider-Man 23, not knowing what's going on. We know we have a new Kraven, basically not bound by the rules of the last hunt, where he could no longer hunt. We have this guy who's after MJ for whatever reason. We don't know what's going on with that. We suspect to get some closure on that, hopefully soon. And ultimately, Nick Spencer has killed this run on Amazing Spider-Man. The first 22 issues, I plan on doing kind of a review of just a rundown of the first 22 issues of Amazing Spider-Man, and talking about that. But I mean, all the callbacks. I mean, he understood Kraven. He understood the character of Kraven. He did his homework here, which, big salute, because hashtag back issues matter. And the callbacks to Kraven's Last Hunt, from the Web of Spider-Man, 31, 32, and Amazing Spider-Man 293, 294. I mean, those issues had a lasting legacy for Kraven, and it wasn't just discarded. He followed through with it. He stayed true to the character of Kraven, and that made this whole storyline work in a really, really amazing way. But going forward, you have you have the new son of Kraven. The Lizard isn't on his inhibitor chip anymore, so there's all kinds of storylines going forward, and I can't wait to see what else Nick Spencer is going to do on this Amazing Spider-Man run. I'm interested to see how long they keep him on it. But guys, Tell me what you thought. If you haven't, hey, hit that subscribe button. Help me level up in this game of YouTube. And guys, I sincerely appreciate you sticking around watching this. If you haven't, hey, drop down in the comments and tell me what you think about Nick Spencer's run so far. What issues do you have with it? What have you liked? What have you not liked? Also, hey, take a minute, hit that thumbs up button. And if you get on social media or whatever, hey, share this video, guys. I sincerely appreciate it and hope you guys have a great week. Real Comic Stacks, out!